Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you know that the offseason has been packed with surprises, twists, and some strategic moves that could redefine the landscape of the NFC West. And one of the most intriguing developments that's caught everyone's eye is the recent signing of Isaiah Simmons by the San Francisco 49ers. Yep, you heard that right. Simmons, a player who's had a roller coaster of a career so far, is now potentially part of the 49ers' plans, and let's just say, this could be a game changer for the team's defensive front. So let's backtrack a little and understand why this signing is such a hot topic. Isaiah Simmons, for those who might not follow every detail of NFL roster moves, is a talented linebacker with incredible athleticism. You see, Simmons has always been a player with immense raw potential. When he was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals, many saw him as a versatile weapon, a player capable of lining up in multiple positions on the field thanks to his speed, instincts, and physicality. But as is often the case in the NFL, potential doesn't always translate immediately into consistent performance. Simmons faced struggles with consistency, which understandably led to some dissatisfaction from his teams. After a promising start in Arizona, where he flashed the kind of playmaking ability that made him a top draft pick, things took a turn. His tenure with the Cardinals was marked by moments of brilliance, like his ability to make tackles all over the field, his knack for coverage, and his versatility to line up as a linebacker or even in the defensive backfield. But these flashes were often followed by periods of underperformance or miscommunication, which hampered his development. This inconsistency was a major factor in the Cardinals' decision to part ways and send him to the New York Giants, where, unfortunately, the story didn't improve much. His stint with the Giants was brief, and it didn't give him the stability he needed to really showcase his full potential. Fast forward to his recent time with the Green Bay Packers, and you see a player still trying to find his footing. Simmons was part of the Packers roster until the recent roster cuts, which marked the end of his latest NFL chapter. It's important to understand that the NFL roster cutdowns are brutal, and many talented players like Simmons find themselves on the outside looking in once teams trim their rosters to 53. But here's the interesting part. Despite all the ups and downs, Simmons's raw athleticism and playmaking instincts remain undeniable. His highlight reels still show a player capable of disrupting plays, making tackles all over the field, and even rushing the quarterback with a good number of pressures and sacks. Now, why does this matter for the 49ers? Well, if you think about the defensive scheme under head coach Kyle Shanahan and defensive coordinator Robert Sale, you realize that they thrive with versatile players who can be plugged into different roles. The 49ers have historically prioritized athletic linebackers who can do a bit of everything: cover, rush, stop the run, and Simmons fits that mold perfectly. Sure, he's had his struggles with consistency, but his athletic profile and the flashes of brilliance make him an intriguing option. When you look at the current linebacker depth chart, Nick Martin and D. Winters, it's clear that the 49ers could use an upgrade. They need someone who can step in, add depth, and bring a new dimension to their defense, especially as they aim to get back to their dominant ways. And that's where Isaiah Simmons comes into the picture. The potential signing makes a lot of sense, especially at this stage of the offseason. The 49ers are already a team that's known for their strong defense, but they've also had some moments where the linebacker core has struggled with consistency. Bringing in Simmons, with his athletic upside and his ability to read plays quickly, could be exactly what they need to give their defense that extra spark. Remember, Simmons isn't just a linebacker who can tackle. He's a player with the speed of a defensive back, which allows him to cover tight ends, running backs, and even slot receivers if needed. His instincts, although inconsistent at times, have shown that he can find himself around the ball and make impactful plays. In terms of stats, Simmons has accumulated over 300 tackles in his career, which is no small feat. He also boasts 44 pressures, 8 sacks, and 5 interceptions, all indicators of his playmaking ability. During the recent preseason with the Packers, he registered 6 tackles, showing that he's still active and capable of contributing on the field. These numbers, combined with his versatility, make him an ideal candidate for the 49ers system. Shanahan's offense and Sale's defensive philosophy require players who can adapt quickly and make a difference in multiple facets of the game. Simmons, despite his ups and downs, has the tools to be a difference maker. Now, let's talk a little about the 49ers' current defensive outlook. This team, led by a defense that's been among the best in the league over the past few years, has been looking to rebuild and refine their linebacker core. They've relied heavily on players like Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in the league, but beyond him, they've had some inconsistency. Bringing Simmons into the fold could provide that next-level upgrade, someone who can complement Warner's speed and instincts with his own unique skill set. It's about creating a defense that's not just solid, but also unpredictable for opponents. Simmons's ability to line up in multiple spots and change the look of the defense is exactly what the 49ers need to stay ahead of the game. And let's not forget about the impact this could have on the team's overall chemistry and depth. The 49ers have been building a roster that's focused on both talent and versatility, and adding a player like Simmons could be a strategic move to strengthen their depth at linebacker. It's about having options, about being able to adjust your schemes on the fly, especially during the season when injuries and fatigue can take their toll. Simmons's athletic profile and his recent preseason activity suggest that he's ready to compete at a high level once again. If he can harness his potential and stay consistent, he could become a vital part of the 49ers' defense, helping them to push further into the playoffs and possibly secure another Super Bowl appearance. Now, as we approach the start of the season, all eyes are on how the 49ers will finalize their roster. The signing of Isaiah Simmons could be one of the key moves that define their success in 2025. It's a gamble, sure, but one rooted in the belief that Simmons' talent and upside outweigh his past inconsistencies. Kyle Shanahan and Robert Sale are known for their ability to develop players and maximize their strengths, so this could be a perfect fit for Simmons. The coaching staff's track record of turning talented but unpolished players into stars is well documented, and Simmons' athleticism is exactly the kind of raw material they thrive on. Looking ahead, fans should be excited about the possibilities. The NFC West is a competitive division, with teams like the Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals all vying for supremacy. The 49ers have always been a team that emphasizes a strong defense and a balanced offense, and adding a player like Simmons could be the missing piece to elevate their overall performance. If Simmons can find consistency and play to his potential, the 49ers could be even more formidable than last season. Their defense would be faster, more adaptable, and capable of creating turnovers and disrupting opponents' game plans on a regular basis. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential signing? Do you believe Isaiah Simmons can be a game changer for the team? Are you excited about his athleticism and versatility, or do you have concerns about his past struggles? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. This team is always evolving, and with this move, it looks like they're setting themselves up for another deep playoff run. Thanks for being with me today, and let's keep the passion alive for the red and gold.